Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 25 Chesterfield career mode. We are in the middle of January and there are a couple of departures recently, which is Palmer. Looks like he has agreed to a pre-contract agreement with another club, and of course Will Gregg, the veteran striker, has left the club, who scored tons of very good goals for us for the past couple of months, but we just need money coming in at the moment. And by the way, Thompson, our goalkeeper, or our second goalkeeper per se, looks like he might be heading back to Newcastle United shortly after the promotion of Bart, who has been phenomenal for us. Yes, he's still very young, 16 or 17-year-old, but I fully trust him because honestly, this is the best league for him to develop at the moment. So we have increased the transfer budget to £1.725 million. Of course, before the departure of Real Craig, we also sold a few players. I don't really recall their name at the moment, but we just need cash right now. In terms of what we're going to do with the cash, it is going to be very interesting because I could, go ahead and spend another, maybe a total of 1 million on two players, but at the same time, this is a youth academy career mode. So I'll be heavily invested in the youth academy. So my plan is that I'm not going to be signing anybody, despite in certain areas I feel like we're still quite a little bit short, especially in the middle or even up front as well. Yes, we do have 4 strikers in total. We have, Jake Rogers? I think it's Jake Rogers, right? Jake Wilson. Shoot, I forgot his name. We got Papel, we got Madden, and also we have a Drummond as well. We have 4, but again, 2 of them are not quite in that level. We can arguably, sign another extra striker in that area, but we're not going to do that. As I said, we're going to use that money to, just simply sign scouts, not scouts, but sending them to, to another adventure, because I know 3 of the scouts are coming back in April, which is 3 months away, and I know it's going to cost about £396,000 to send them away, so I would rather focus on that part. So yes, in terms of our transfer activity, it has come to an end. But one interesting thing is that I found out that the manager rating has gone down significantly. We are in a very weak spot right now, which means that if we go any lower, we are on the on the verge of getting sacked. I'm sure I don't want to do that, especially in my first season. If I do, knock on wood, no, it's not going to happen. I already sacked twice in a career mode. With Arsenal career mode, I still don't quite understand how I got sacked. I don't remember. Plus, I don't even want to go back to my older videos. But right now, to be honest, when you look at this team, all you have to do is to get promoted. That's it. I mean, anything other than that, financial-wise, short-term or long-term youth academy objectives, I don't think those ones are in our priority right now. All we have to do is to get promoted. That's it. Get a little bit of extra money and use that money to reinvest in the scouting department, youth development, and also coaches as well. Second game right there against Tranmere Rovers. We were so poor. We scored the first 2 goals, and guess what? We just instantly concede the next 2 goals, and it went to a 2-2 draw. But to be honest, we're in a very good position right now. I believe our gap between us and the second team is probably more than 10 points right now. So we are affordable. I mean, we're quite affordable to to concede a few points if we can. We scored the first goal very early on in 26 minutes in. This is the classic, I would say, classic goal to concede in FC 25 for FIFA. It was just type of, ping pong, I would say. Or, yeah, just a lot of ping pong. It's quite messy at times, but hey, I mean, we score the second goal, and later on it's a very good finish by Kolkov to make it 3-1. Bradford City, I believe, the last time I saw them, they were sitting at second, so they're a threat to us, of course, even though we have a 10 points gap. And later on, a corner swings it in. Here comes McFadden, and then again Kolkov with another goal. I think this is, again, we have to rotate the team a little bit more. Like I said, lots of people have left the club already, so they're fringe players or players that are, I'm not thinking about using them in the start of the season. We have to play a certain part just to rotate the team a little bit. With 10 more hours to go in January transfer window, we have a transfer offer coming in for Tom Naylor. Not looking to sell him because we're quite short in that area. We also have a transfer offer from Huddersfield Town for Luke Draper, but I'm not looking to sign him. He was amazing when he first called up, but it was just unfortunate for him to pick up a 3-month injury, and Huddersfield Town thought he is on the verge of recovering, and why not just put a bid in for him? But I'm just gonna block the transfer. I know in real life a lot of teams would have, or these youth players would have definitely getting signed abroad just to get a higher level, or they know where they're worth. But in terms of the level of football they're gonna play, they're gonna get as much game time here than they do if they get it elsewhere. So in terms of the Youth Academy report, things are still looking good. I'm quite picky in terms of my players. Van Dam, one of our goalkeepers right there, technically could have been released, but the fact that he's still in this Youth Academy system for a while, so I'm not looking to do anything with him. So he'll be staying, but in terms of up-and-coming youngster, I don't think there's anybody down there that are, good enough to be called up at the moment. They're all, 55 rated at the moment, so we're just going to keep it there, let them develop until they hit 60, and that is the time where you're able to see their the progression, the potential. So I think 7 players have been left there in the academy. So going into this game here, this is probably one of the weirdest own goal I've ever conceded. I'm not sure what quite happened there. Boro have scored an equalizer. I think there's some miscommunication between Armarte and also Bart, but it's just part of the learning process for Bart. Maybe he should have just kind of called it out, punched the ball away instead of trying to catch it. But again, a same old story. If we concede, we just somehow find a way to score. Jake Young again scoring another goal for us, 2-1 and 69 minutes in. Guess what? Draper is back in the lineup, coming off the bench and scored perhaps the winning goal, and he is so good. I mean, I felt like he never left. Right? 75th minute here comes Molyneux, our newly signed right midfielder, coming from Doncaster, going for a shot, but Draper, what a finish. It's a tight angle. Goalkeeper makes a good save, but the fact that Draper was able to react right there was simply way too good. Later on, with 1 more minute to go, I thought, you know what, Draper, it's on the verge of getting a hat-trick. So he's just going to keep on driving into the box. He was looking for Madden, of course, but guess what? A perfect return for a star youngster, and he scored a hat-trick for us. I think we have a few hat-tricks already this season, but Draper might be his first hat-trick of his career, and we have sealed past Boro 5-1. And moving on to the 4th game here, we got Newport County at home. 17 minutes in, here comes Kolar, our newly signed player yet again. Here comes Draper, full of confidence, trying to take more responsibility, take a shot from kind of inside the edge right there, slightly over the bar. But again, I love young players that are fearless in that area, trying to go for a shot. Here comes Fleck, going for Kolar, and he has scored. Well, I thought he was going to score his first goal for the club, but no, goalkeeper makes a save, the clearance, but we won the header by power immediately, and we turn against them again. Fleck provides an assist to Draper, and he has scored 4 goals in 2 games after his return. This guy ain't going anywhere. He is so good. Having the exciting prospect tag on him makes me think he is going to be in the club for a long run. And here's Draper again on the left, putting the good cross this time to the captain, to Flack, returning the same favor again, and makes it 2-0 before halftime. Great header, great cross. And moving on to the second half, 75 minutes in, here comes Magnuson, finding Molyneux to Jake Young, and finding Molyneux again, and that was simply poor defending by Newport County, especially the left back. Didn't really follow in with Molyneux, didn't provide him any pressure, allowing him to take as much time as possible in front of goal to make it 3-0. And again, we just keep on going to that winning streak there. And 6th game right here, we got Doncaster. Of course, Molyneux is facing as his former club. 35 minutes in, here comes Doncaster. We were, I would say, first half relatively poor. And here comes a shot coming in. That was quite close, but I don't think it was that close enough. And that turns into a goal kick later on in the second half. Here comes Street. Poor defending by Power, allowing him to go through. but good save by Bart to keep that one away. It looks like we aren't able to score any goals, but instead trying to hold out this 0-0 draw. Here comes Nixon on the right, pass it back to Clifton, and he's going to look for a good pass into middle. Sabara has made it 1-0, and that is the game-winning goal for Doncaster. You know what? Hands down, they literally obliterated us. Sure, they could have scored 2 or 3 goals, but in terms of offensive output, we were absolutely poor. Didn't do any single thing to their defensive line. But here comes the last game. Right here, we got Wimbledon at home, and this is a very frustrating part to some of the teams. I believe Wimbledon, the first, I think their home kit, it's blue, but the away kit is still as confusing as ever. It's like light blue and brown, and we have a team with the blue kit and also white shorts. It's just, I mean, I just think that it's necessary to put out a third kit just so, just to clear up some confusion. But it doesn't quite really affect us. Maybe in a bit right here, because 2-1 Wimbledon makes it 2-1, and I thought, oh no, it's going to be one of those games where we're going to we're going to get a back-to-back loss. Not very ideal if that's the case. Here goes Magnuson, sending the ball through to Jake Young. Good first touch, good finish to make it 2-2. 58 minutes, and we still have 30 minutes to salvage a win here if we can, but unfortunately 2-2 was the final score, and that is pretty much it for today's episode. And we are 14 points clear ahead of Bradford City, but again, we do have a game in hand with about 14 more games to go. We still have the BSM trophy in our calendar, so I'm sure we are arriving towards the end of the season, and I just can't wait for season 1 to be over, because to be honest, I feel like I play a lot of games so far in this season, and it's time to regroup and refresh. But season's not over. We still need to witness Chesterfield to lift up that trophy. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.